Good day and welcome back to Legend Knows Football TV. As you can see on the headlines, is that Bayern made club-to-club contact for Nicholas Jackson. That's what I've heard since yesterday. And Kani Chukwuemeka was just announced that he's officially a Borussia Dortmund player. He joined them for what was a £24 million fee from Chelsea. The Disasi deal to Bournemouth might still be on, and yeah, those are the headlines that I've seen so far. With Alexander Isak also wanting to still go to Liverpool, as I've seen on the um, on Fabrizio Romano's page, which reads as follows. Alexander Isak maintains clear stance since July. He wants to join Liverpool move. No changes after recent talks. Liverpool FC ready to bid again if Newcastle open doors to exit. Story remains in Newcastle United's hands, but Isak still hopes for Anfield move ASAP. So those are as things stands. As of this moment, Alexander Isak still wants to join Liverpool FC. Liverpool, not the win, but the performance from Newcastle hasn't changed his mind on whether he wants to join Liverpool or not. But those are your latest headlines so far regarding the football news. Let me just sort out this quickly. Video. What a game we had tonight. What do you guys think of the game that we had tonight? Any thoughts on how it went? Were you more impressed by Newcastle than you were impressed by Liverpool FC? Because the defense, I'm telling you, the defense that Liverpool showed last night tells me that Liverpool is penetrable. Any team can beat Liverpool if they just go in with the same intent that Newcastle went in with last night. I mean, we all thought that Liverpool was this dominating team that will just run away with this league, but it seems like Liverpool as the rest of us in this league, this fantastic league. This weekend our fixtures is we are going to play against Fulham. Any thoughts on that? Docs. Chat. Any thoughts on the game? Us playing against Fulham. I haven't read anything on the Xavi Simons deal, but hopefully we can still get him, man. Hopefully we can still get him. Let's check on Twitter if there's anything new that popped up. Anything new from these guys? The Cole Palmer injury. I didn't see any news on the Cole Palmer injury. was no news. Is Cole Palmer out for? Is he going to be out for long, or is he going to be? Is he going to be back this weekend? I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything surrounding Cole Palmer. Please leave a like on the stream if you can. Subscribe to the channel for your daily updates. So this deal of Nicholas Jackson going to Bayern Munich, I think it's going to be a loan deal for him going to Bayern Munich with an option to buy at the end of the season. But we don't know what the value will be since we are evaluating him on 80 million pounds. We are valuing Nicholas Jackson 80 million pounds. And yeah, I don't know if Bayern will pay that at the end of the season next year, but as long as we just get Jackson off the books, that's the main issue. Because if we don't get Jackson and Nkunku out of this club, then we can't sign Xavi Simons and Garnacho, because there's some kind of UEFA rule that I've read that says if we want to register new players for the Champions League squad, we need to get rid of older players. We need to get rid of players that was part of the team last season, and that includes Nkunku and Nicholas Jackson. I think the Conference League, it has something to do with that, but I haven't delved into that into much detail. What is this? CFC Pies. There's just some news coming out. Chelsea have a higher desire to bring in a winger, meaning Garnacho is seen as more of a priority than Xavi Simons. Nkunku needs to find a buyer, or he will stay as a number 10 option for Maresca. So, Xavi Simons deal. The Xavi Simons deal seems to me it's on the ropes. This is as per the Guardian Sport. So, we don't need a number 10. Is that what they are saying now? We don't actually require a number 10. We just, because Nkunku can play as a number 10. I knew this was going to happen. I knew something was lingering. Something was hiding in the bush. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we can get the Xavi Simons deal over the line. Because I feel like we are still struggling with the low blocks. We are still struggling with the low blocks, and Xavi Simons can be the key to unlock the low blocks. And Nkunku, as we know, Nkunku isn't that good as a number 10. He's not that good. It's like Florian Wirtz. When I saw Florian Wirtz last night, I was thinking of Nkunku at the same time. Florian Wirtz does not have the physique to be in the Premier League. He was struggling, man. He was struggling against Newcastle. He tried, but every time he gets on the ball, it's either Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton, or Tonali. Just, those guys just barging Wirtz off the ball. They're just barging him off the ball. So Nkunku, for us to have Nkunku, I don't think he's the answer. If we want to go for the league this season, we definitely need to sign Xavi Simons. Plus, we still have Sanchez. We still have Sanchez as our goalkeeper. And, we need to score more goals than the opposition. If we don't score more goals, the chances of us conceding is high. You saw that game against Crystal Palace when Eze just kicked the ball straight at Sanchez, and he couldn't stop it. And you can't tell me that's because of there was infringements in front of him. He wasn't concentrating. He was not concentrating at all. Some other football news. Let's see what this is. This is on Vasquez. Exclusive. Lucas Vasquez to Bayer Leverkusen. Here we go. Deal agreed with former Real Madrid right back who joins Bayer as free agent. Medical already done secretly and deal to be signed on Tuesday. Exclusive story from Late Night. Deal done. So Bayer Leverkusen, they are getting some reinforcements for Erik ten Hag, for him to try and do something with that team, because preseason we could see that those guys are not ready. They are not ready. They are not ready for this upcoming season. Let's try and make this thing a little bit smaller. What about the striking situation? Do you guys think that João Pedro and Liam Delap is a good combination up front, with João Pedro also playing like that free roaming role behind Liam Delap? Liam Delap just acting as a focal point, the way we used to see Drogba playing for us back in the day, when the balls were just pinged forward and it was Drogba, Diego Costa, that type of player. When you have that type of striker up front and the players can just play off of him, just use him to play those intricate 1-2s, as we saw that play that happened on the right wing between Gasto, Estevao and Liam Delap. So that's also quite interesting. I'm wondering if Maresca will actually start Liam Delap and João Pedro this weekend again. But as for the defense, I think our defense is quite good. Tosin, where I saw Tosin playing mature, when I saw him starting to turn into this mature center back that we needed so badly, was that game last season when he played against that must-win game when we played against Nottingham Forest. That's where I saw Tosin is the one. He is the answer for the centre-back dilemma that we had. And Chalobah also came back, no issues. He was banished from the team, but when we needed him, he came back. He stepped up, very professional, very cool, calm, and collected, doing his job, and he's improving game by game by game. So let me know in the comments if you think that we should make, if we need to sign another center back, or if we have enough defensive power behind. And what do you guys think of the Xavi Simons deal that might not happen? If you haven't seen, let me just show you the tweet that I just read earlier when I started the stream. Chelsea have a higher desire to bring in a winger, meaning Garnacho is seen as more of a priority than Xavi Simons. Nkunku needs to find a buyer, or he will stay as a number 10 option for Maresca. There you have it. There you have it. I mean, the possibility is there that we might not get Xavi Simons, and that scares me. That scares me, because I really wanted him at our club. He seems to be the real deal. He seems to have more physicality than Wirtz. I don't know, man. I don't know. Why we waited so long? We could have even just, even without the UEFA story, even without being able to register him for the Champions League, if he can play in the league for us, if Xavi Simons can play in the league for us, that would still be a plus. That would still be a plus. Because I feel like we need to show dominance in the league this season. We can't just be part of, you know, more future projects. This is the time. This is the time for Chelsea to actually show that they can make a difference. Leave a like and subscribe, people. Leave a like on the stream if you're new to the channel for your daily updates. Let me know what you think on the Chelsea squad so far. What's your take on Jamie Gittins? Jamie Gittins seems to be a quality player in my opinion, but the thing that I don't like about Jamie Gittins, or that I've seen so far from him, is the fact that Jamie Gittins reminds me of Madueke. Madueke was that type of player, that one trick pony type of player, just goes down the line, turns around, passes back. Goes down the line, turns around, passes back. But what I've seen from Maresca is that I can't put the blame on Gittins, because Cucurella plays as a inverted left back, full back, as an inverted, and that inverted role, it doesn't help Gittins because there's no overlap. There's no overlap on the side of where Gittins is playing. Because when you have when there's an overlap, it creates space for Gittins to actually play a 1-2 off with Cucurella, or take the right back. Cucurella can take the right back with him when he does the overlap, and this creates space for Gittins to cut inside and maybe take a shot. And that's what I want to see more. I want to see Gittins taking shots. We need to see him taking shots. We can't go into this season and just rely on Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer is even injured now. I haven't seen news on him, on what the extent of his injury is, but it seems like he's still out. He's not going to play this weekend. And that's bad. That's actually bad. Let's see if there's anything new on Twitter. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to do this streams on a daily. Just to, there's a target. Let's see what Ben Jacobs is saying. A new target for Chelsea FC. A Barcelona player. Chelsea have added Barcelona's Fermin Lopez to their list of options. 50 million sale is possible, and talks have taken place on the player side. Understand one other UCL club from outside of England have made an approach this week. Chelsea is still assessing whether to move, as David Ornstein called, no club to club yet. I haven't seen this guy play yet. Has any of y'all seen him play? Is he any good? Is he an attacking midfielder or a more defensive-minded midfielder? I haven't seen him play. But why would we go for another midfielder? Is it because of the Xavi Simons deal that might not happen? Maybe it might not happen. Maybe the Xavi Simons deal is going to fall through. Maybe the Saudis are just going to pick him up. What's going to happen? Let me know. Let's have a conversation in the chat. What do you think of Chelsea so far? What are your thoughts on the Liverpool game that took place last night? In my opinion, Liverpool was just lucky. Liverpool was just lucky, man. I mean, if Newcastle had a striker last night, an out and out striker, they would have won that game last night. They definitely would have won that game. I mean, Gordon also had a chance. Um, I think Elanga played a square ball, and Gordon, he was supposed to actually score, but Soboslai managed to stop the ball. I don't know how, but Soboslai had a good game. The rest of the Liverpool squad did not have such a good game. You had Konate all over the place. Kirkes is also not physical enough, sleeping on his job. And Mo Salah was also marked out of the game, or he was just not involved since the start of the game. The atmosphere was electric for Newcastle. The fans played their part, but Newcastle not having an out-and-out striker, that was the main issue. That was the issue. That was the main issue for them, because uh, um, if they had Isak up front, I'm sure Newcastle would have scored 3 goals in the first half against Liverpool, and Liverpool would not have gone home with the 3 points. Meanwhile, in Manchester, what's happening to Man United, guys? Everyone was singing praises on Amorim coming in, but now Manchester seems to be the same old story, just a different season. They kept the problem with Manchester United, what they did wrong. They kept Bruno Fernandes, and Bruno Fernandes thinks he is someone that is not. Bruno Fernandes, Manchester should have sold Bruno Fernandes and taken the 100 mil and bought uh bought that Baleba guy from Brighton, because the fact that they still have Casemiro is what? Casemiro is now 33 years old, and and they still expect Casemiro to run the midfield. Oh my days. But Manchester, I've had beef with them. To me, the fact that Manchester is actually struggling, it's music to my ears. I I I I like the fact that Manchester is struggling, because ever since they beat us in the Champions League final 2008 when John Terry slipped, the rivalry of us that don't stay in England is different. Me growing up, was the rivalries that I had was Manchester, and them struggling. I love it, man. They still, I think Manchester is going for a goalie called Lamont, because Amorim doesn't believe in Onana. And then we move on from Manchester, and we move on to the other side of Manchester, the blue side. what, what happened to Pep? Pep was dominating. Pep was dominating English football. It seemed like he created this monster. He collected all the Infinity Stones. He was Thanos. He was dictating how football was being played in England. And now, Pep Guardiola is a story of the past. Let's see. There's some more updates here. Let's check. This is on live. Ferman Lopez to Chelsea. Nkunku Jackson close to Bayern. Jackson might still go to Bayern, but we don't know if it's a loan, or if it's going to be a permanent deal for Nicholas Jackson. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be I wouldn't actually I wouldn't I wouldn't be disappointed if we keep Nicholas Jackson. Because as we saw last season, in the beginning of last season, Nicholas Jackson actually, there is a player in there. There's a player in there. There is a player in there. But to get that player to be consistent, that's where the problem is. That's where the problem is. And Jackson is still young. How old is Nicholas Jackson? Let me quickly Google this and see. How old is Nicholas Jackson? I think he's 22. Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson is 24 years old. So with the right mentality and the right coach, the right environment, Nicholas Jackson can become a prolific striker. Come on, guys, leave a like on the stream. Leave a like on the stream. Leave a like on the stream. And yeah, this is just your daily update on the transfer news so far. Kani Chukwuemeka left. He's gone. We made another 24 million pounds. We made profit on him. Nicholas Jackson might join Bayern Munich. Garnacho wants Chelsea. Yes, that's the piece of news that I did not share. Where was it? Was it here? I think it was on this guy, this channel. Let me just quickly check here. Let's see this. Open this. What Garnacho said earlier today. Chelsea and Manchester United are expected to find a compromise before the end of this week for Garnacho to join. So Garnacho just wants Chelsea. That's what he made it clear. He made it crystal clear. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. He wants to stay in the Premier League, and he just wants to join Chelsea. I think there was also an offer for him from Saudi, but Garnacho just said no. I don't want to join the Saudis. I want to stay in the Premier League. And I think I know why he wants to stay in the Premier League. I think Garnacho wants to prove a point to Manchester United. I think he wants to show them that he is actually going to be a superstar, and we can only benefit from that if he uses that mentality, that if he sees it from that perspective, in terms of trying to prove Manchester United wrong, showing them what he is made of. We can only benefit from that. So us signing Garnacho, I rate Garnacho as a good player. I don't see him as someone that's going to flop at our team because of the players that we already have and the coach, what the coach has done with the squad that we have at this point in time. And so Garnacho, I think Garnacho will definitely be an asset to us going forward. Let's see if there's something else from David Ornstein. Leave a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up, people. Do you guys think Arsenal will win the league this season? Do you think Arsenal will do something? Let's start the poll. There's just something on this guy from Barcelona. This was earlier today. Chelsea evaluating possibility of move for Ferman Lopez. No contact yet with Barcelona, but Chelsea FC speaking to 22-year-old attacking midfielder Camp as options explored in case exits and given Barcelona depth in Spain international position. So he's an attacking midfielder. But why all of a sudden are we going for a Barcelona player? Xavi Simons. It's because of Xavi Simons. It's because Xavi Simons is not coming. I can put my head on a block and say that Xavi Simons might not come to us. And we started negotiations for Xavi Simons in July during the Club World Cup. That's insane, man. Let's see if there's something else. There's an update on Garnacho. Let me just quickly bring this up. Chelsea could go up to 40 million for Garnacho, including add-ons, in an attempt to get a deal done. Chelsea further contact over you regarding Garnacho, but club's valuation are misaligned. United 150 while valuing him at 35 million pounds. So we might compromise on 40 million. 40 million is okay. I think, like I said before, I think Garnacho wants to prove a point. That's why he wants to stay in the Premier League. That's why he doesn't want to go anywhere else. And with the squad that we have, Garnacho is that type of player. When I saw him at Manchester United, he's not your starter. You don't start Garnacho. You always put Garnacho on the bench, and around the 65th minute, 70th minute, you bring in this guy, and he can make a difference. He can actually come in and make a difference, provide an assist or score a goal. Even though everyone is saying the guy's finishing and his touches aren't that good, Garnacho can. There is a player in there. I always compare players to Jackson, because Jackson was a guy that had so many chances to prove us wrong, but he didn't utilize it. Giving Garnacho the chance to prove everyone wrong around him will definitely show us that the type of player that we are signing, he's a good player. And I'm sure he also wants to make the Argentine squad next year. So I think signing Garnacho is not a bad idea. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel, people. Manchester also wants to sell Kobe Mainu with a deal possible 31 million. So that's the only news that we have today, is on Ferman Lopez and Garnacho and Nicholas Jackson. Signing winger. One post. Let's refresh this. Is there anything from Fabrizio Romano? Leave a like on the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Chelsea FC News. Legend Knows Football TV. All the way from the motherland. The African soil. Let me know what you guys think of the game that we had last night. Do you think Liverpool was lucky? I think Liverpool was lucky. And Liverpool, I think they're getting. Who are they playing this weekend? They're playing against Arsenal. That's going to be a juicy, juicy fixture. Hopefully, Liverpool's luck runs out and they start losing sooner rather than later. See you, Romano. This one. This is where the cookie is. Denis Ceballos. CFC. Let me show you. Where is this? Let's try this. Chelsea. It's official. Chukwuemeka is gone. Chukwuemeka has completed a permanent move to Borussia Dortmund. We want to thank Kani for his efforts and wish him well for the future. So Chukwuemeka is gone. It's official. He has joined Borussia Dortmund. And we made some profit on him. And that's it. That's it. Our next game is against Fulham. Any predictions? Any thoughts you want to share? Do you guys think we are going to win? It's going to take place at Stamford Bridge, match day 3. The league has started. I think we are going to devour them. And Esteval should start the game. I want Esteval to start. And where is the Palmer? Where is the injury update on Cole Palmer? Is there any injury updates on Cole Palmer? Do you guys think Manchester City will oh my days. Manchester City down in the trenches, struggling, man, struggling. Everyone is just struggling these days. Manchester United down in the dumps. Leave a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to your daily news update. So that's all that we have for today. Chukwuemeka is gone. We have inquired about a midfielder from Barcelona, and Chelsea, the Xavi Simons deal might fall through. We don't know what's happening there. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Please leave a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna summarize all the news of today later on in a video and post it on my channel so you guys can see. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, there's a vote. Someone said no. Why do you think Arsenal will not win the league? Is it because Chelsea will win the league? The Club World Cup champions, the world champions, of course. Because I think that why I'm asking is, will Arsenal win the league? Because there's no excuses for Arsenal this season. I mean, they got the striker. They were always complaining. Arsenal doesn't have a striker. They don't have a striker. Now they got the striker. They got Eze, a midfielder that's proven in the Premier League, and they have a good defense. So there's no excuses for them. I actually don't. I also don't want them to win. I want us. My prediction was that we are going to win the league. Chelsea is going to be Chelsea, Liverpool second, Man City third, and Arsenal fourth. I'm putting Arsenal fourth because that's what I have known and growing up watching. I know Arsenal is they're just a placeholder. But Arteta has really improved Arsenal these couple of seasons. You can't deny that. But I still feel like they will crumble because it's against the low block teams, even though, and injuries might occur. Look what happened. Saka is injured now. Odegaard is also injured. I don't know what the extent of their injuries are, but Gyökeres can also get injured. And then no striker anymore. Havertz has a knee injury, and it seems like it's going to be long term. But I still don't see Arsenal. I can't wrap my head around it. But we will see once we reach 10 games in the league. If we reach 10 games in the league, then you can say, okay, Arsenal will win the league, or the momentum. You can see that a gap will start to form between first, second, third, fourth, and then first, sixth, seventh, eighth, and so on and so forth. Come on, people, leave a like on the stream. Leave a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel for your daily updates, daily news videos, Chelsea news, Chelsea previews. Chelsea news, Chelsea previews, match analysis, all of that jazz. Leave a like, subscribe, all the way from the motherland, African soil. Any Africans in the house, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. The Xavi Simons deal might not happen, people. It might not happen. There's a chance that Xavi Simons might not join Chelsea FC. Exclusive. Let's see if there's any news updates. Let me just refresh this quickly. It's just Vasquez. Vasquez joined the Bayer Leverkusen from Real Madrid. Let me just show you this from Fabrizio Romano. Official exclusive story confirmed. Lucas Vasquez joins Bayer Leverkusen on a 2-year contract. Real Madrid legend moves to. This guy looks so young, but he has been playing for a long time now. This guy has been playing for a long time, since Ronaldo was at Real Madrid, winning the Ballon d'Or back to those Champions Leagues and all of that. This guy was there. He was present. Now he's choosing Bayer Leverkusen as a retirement home under Erik ten Hag. Is there anything else? Any interesting news? Anything else? There's nothing. It's dry today. Today is dry. Kani Chukwuemeka is gone. Bayern Munich. Those are the only headlines that I have so far, or that I've seen today. Tell me what you guys think on Joral Hato. Is he going to be the player that everyone expects him to be? That consistent overlapping type of Ashley Cole left back that can actually provide an assist, maybe also score an odd goal here and there for the club. I really want him to succeed at Chelsea. We need him to succeed. What's your predicted lineups? 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 11 for this weekend. Do you guys think that we are going to annihilate Fulham the way we annihilated West Ham this weekend? Or is it going to be a struggle again? Are we going to struggle again? Like we did struggle against, who was our first game? Crystal Palace, against that low block. I don't know why. Who came up with this low block system? Low block. The solution to low blocks is overlapping wing backs and guys taking shots. And you need to speed up the gameplay in order to catch the opposition off guard. You need to have overlapping fullbacks that drag defenders out of position, and you need to take the odd shot here and there. You need to take the odd shot here and there. You can't just play slow, lethargic gameplay. Oh my days, here and there, just there and there. Nah, that's not how you break down a low block. Come on guys, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to Legend Knows Football TV, where everything is football. And Chelsea, my blood is blue. Is your blood also blue? So far, the signings that we've made so far: João Pedro, Jamie Gittens, Joral Hato, Estevao, Liam Delap. Good signings. It was a good window. Estevao, we've seen what he's capable of. I think Estevao going forward will be a starting winger for us, especially with the fact that Cole Palmer has that niggling injury that he picked up on the pre-match warm-up for the game that we played against West Ham. I think Cole Palmer will... I don't think he will start this game against Fulham. But the depth that we have, we didn't have it. We did not have it not so last season, especially up front. It was crazy. The reliance that we had on Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jack. Oh man, why? Nicholas Jackson. I want him to succeed. I really want Nicholas Jackson to become a good player in Europe. He has the ability, he has the qualities, but the finishing. The job of a striker is to put the ball in the back of the net, and Nicholas Jackson, he can't do that consistently. And that's the biggest problem with Nicholas Jackson. Anyways, my people, that's all we have for today. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next upload. Cheers. Stay safe.